afternoon and welcome to today's vlog for Friday the 22nd of August. I hope you're all well and you've had a busy productive day. Friday, normally known as Foot Down Friday, it might be Courier driver's birthday today. Seemed very busy this morning, and I even saw a Facebook post from a shipper asking for help and needing vans and drivers, so that's a good sign. But that's normally the way, isn't it, on a Friday just before a bank holiday? The situation twists around in our favour. Little couple of updates. Supreme Logistics in Portsmouth, who owe me money from June, still haven't paid. I sent them a nice email yesterday afternoon, basically giving a last chance. Can you pay by 9 o'clock, start a business on Monday, or I will be forced to go down the small claims court. Bad debt recovery. Don't really want to do that, but I think I have no option now. They're just not answering anything. And also, I had a couple of comments from my video yesterday about my little dog, and do I have any issues when he comes with me? I don't. He comes out with me on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Monday he stays at home because he's normally knackered after a weekend. Tuesday, so he comes with me. Wednesday he stays at home because he's knackered, having come to work with me. Thursday he's with me. Friday at home. Normally the wife is at home on a Friday. I've never had any problems. I've been into government buildings, I've been into building sites. Obviously 95% of work we do is industrial units, and it's never a problem, and likewise on sites and other places. If there's security there, I always just say to them, look, I've got a little dog with me, he's in the front and he won't be getting out of the van, and nobody's ever having a problem. Everybody's fine. In actual fact, people are delighted to see him. So yeah, that answers that one. Right, on to today. I said yesterday I had a job that was booked to collect yesterday afternoon, which I did at 4:30. That was a large van job going from Colchester for delivery at 8 o'clock this morning to Harleston, which is just on the Suffolk-Norfolk borders. 48 miles, and I got £70 for that, so I was really pleased with that. So I thought that was a good price to start the day. It was delivery to a residential address, so I wasn't expecting any activity before 8 o'clock, so I rolled in at about 7:45, and the builders turned up at about 8:05, which was fine. All off, all unloaded, paperwork done by 8:25. Now, there wasn't going to be any work from where I was. I couldn't see anything happening. It's in the middle of nowhere. So I decided I'm going to make my way back towards the roundabout at the A140, A143. Services there, BP and Wild Bean Cafe, M&S, that sort of thing. Plenty of parking. And I thought that gives me options. I might have something from Eye to the south, this to the west, or even Norwich. There was a couple of jobs from Norwich, but it was the other side of Norwich, and therefore it's going to be 55 minutes to get there. And I didn't think that was worth it, as it was starting to look as if the CX was going to be busy. Now, for me, last time on a Friday, just before a bank holiday, I went with a strategy of trying to do 3 small jobs, but instead of charging the sort of £50-60 I might normally, trying to do it for 70-80 and getting more money on each job. That worked really well last time for the first 2 jobs, and then it died after lunch, and I didn't get that 3rd job, so it almost became not worth it. My other plan for today was maybe take a long job, 200 miles, and try and get £1.50 a mile for it. That would get it up to the sort, maybe 275, hopefully £300 mark, and not worry about the empty mileage coming home or the possible sort of bank holiday weekend traffic. However, as soon as I arrived on site, a job came up from Bury St Edmunds. It showed on the CX as Bury St Edmunds going to Thames Ditton, and when I actually looked at the job, it was actually going via Ashford in Kent. So it was a total of 207 miles. Now that sort of interested me, because I'm thinking, okay, by the time I get loaded, it's going to be nearly 10 o'clock, and then it's going to be, say, maybe 5 hours to do the job. That would mean I'd be emptying Thames Ditton at 3. Not the greatest area, but I think that job's worth doing, as it's it's going to be decent money. And I put a price of £210 on it, so it was £1 a mile. Obviously, at some stage I've got one of the tunnels to do, and I got that job. Got a phone call fairly quickly. I think the shipper was a little bit under the pressure this morning. So off I went to Bury St Edmunds. Now 5 minutes down the road, I got a phone call from the shipper again. it was an internal thing, but it was, although it was going from the same place, it was 2 different jobs. And what they wanted to do was split the jobs, and could they do that? And I said, don't mind, as long as I get the money, you can do it how you like. And also they said, and this was the best bit, you can now do the job whichever way you like. Now I thought straight away, I'm going to do Thames Ditton first. The chances of getting a job out of Thames Ditton at around 3:30 in the afternoon is probably a 1 out of 10, whereas Ashford in Kent, I reckon there's a chance of a 4 out of 10 with that. So that's what I did. I got on site at 9:20. It's motor parts. I think quite a few of you have probably done this job and know where it's from and the sort of procedures you have to go through with it. I was off site at 9:55, which I was fine with. It was 134 miles to Thames Ditton, and I got there at 1:20. It was a little bit later than I would have liked. Originally I was going to go around the north side of the M25, but the traffic was looking very, very heavy on that, so it was suggesting go south, which I did, and then there was problems south, normal around Clackett Lane services, and then when I came off at junction 9, I think there was some roadworks which I came across later, so it sent me around a sort of slightly longer route to get to Thames Ditton. But we got there at 1:20. I was away from there at 1:50, which I was fine with. I had a quick stop, I needed to grab some more coffee and something to eat, which I did, and then made my way down to Ashford, which was a further 69 miles. So that was fine. It was exactly 203 miles, which was actually a few miles less than original, so I'm fine with that. On site for 3:20. Again, slightly a little bit later than I would have liked, but it is what it is. Couple of boxes there to drop off, and I was off site for 3:30. I started to look at the feed on the way down, and everything was for Tuesday morning. There was very, very little for Monday afternoon, and it's now just gone. It's 4:10 when I'm doing this, and there isn't anything at all. So I'm going to make my way home empty. I'm going to call it quits. I'm not going to look for any more work. I'm happy with that. I've done £70 and a 210, 280. So that's 50% more than my daily target, and that will get me up for the week, I think, just under the £1,000 mark. I'm doing that off the top of my head, so I'll have a look over the weekend. I'm happy with that. I'm quite happy with that for today. And the most important thing, it's been a really, really nice day. Despite 1 or 2 little traffic things, it's been a nice drive all day long. There's not been any stress with the jobs. I've not been any under pressure to get things there for a particular time, despite it being obviously a very, very busy day. As long as the people had their goods by 4 o'clock, they were going to be happy, which they both had. And yeah, everybody's been nice on site, so it's made it a real pleasure today, and obviously making a good financial day as well was the cherry on the cake. So really, really pleased. Not working weekend as normal. Busy weekend this weekend. In Brightlingsea we've got the annual Food and Drink Festival, which makes the town very busy, very lively, which is good. That's Saturday and Sunday. Monday is the annual town show, Bank Holiday Monday. I do a little bit for that. I let them use my van on Sunday to go and pick up some equipment for the town show, get that off on Sunday morning while they're setting up, and then go back after it finished on Monday, pick it all up and drop it back round the town. And I don't mind doing that. It's absolutely fine. It's a great town, and we've all got to chip in, because if we don't chip in, we lose all the things that we've got. And the community is one thing that we never had in Hornchurch, but we've got in abundance where I live now. So that's all good. Plenty of football on at the weekend. You won't hear from me early next week. Tuesday, my van is off the road for a service. It may well be done by lunchtime. It's going in at 7 o'clock, but I'm going to take the day off on Tuesday. And Wednesday, I've got a routine medical appointment scheduled for Wednesday morning, and the dog's got the groomers on Wednesday afternoon, so I'm having Wednesday off as well. And then another bonus of not having your own customers, I don't have anything to worry about, and I will be back for work on Thursday and Friday, which is going to be the last 2 days of the month, so hopefully we can finish with a little bit of bang at the end of August. Hope you're all well. I really hope you've had a good day today. It certainly looked busy at times, and I hope you've been able to make some good money today. And have a great weekend. Hope the sun is shining. Enjoy your extra day if you're having it on Monday, and I will see you all next Thursday. Take care. All the best. Cheers. Paul.